So Jerry, a couple weeks ago, came on and talked about Room, and he was impressed by Brie Larson.
I want to marry Brie Larson, but I've said this to Scott Pilgrim, so we can't really use that.
And then it's been acclaimed, one of the most acclaimed movies of the season thus far. You have a different take.
Well, as I said before, it's listen, if you want to go and stick yourself in a room with a screaming brat for 2 hours, this is your movie. But for me, and listen, I knew exactly what the movie was about, of course, going into it, and I knew what was in store. But as much acclaim as Jacob Tremblay, I think is his name, is in the lead, and it is the lead performance. It's not Brie Larson who's the lead. She's almost reduced to a supporting performance, really. But with him as the lead, I just found absolutely no charm in his performance at all. I felt nothing for that character. I didn't feel that it was well drawn. I feel like the audition, I'm sure they had extensive auditions for the kid in the movie for that role, but I just feel like they should have gone a little bit further, because I feel like that kid was just did not endear himself to me in any way. And it's okay that the film portrays a child that is obviously going through an unusual experience and is cooped up in a room and does lose his temper and so forth and so on. But I just found the film very, very irritating.
Or
I don't understand. I know that it's won a lot of audience, awards at festivals and so forth, and it's just a movie that just eludes me. That the love that this movie is engendering really eludes me. I also don't feel like the movie actually addressed some serious issues in the film that the story brings up. I mean, the main fact that the child is a product of rape, and even though it is addressed in maybe one scene, I think that they really short-shrifted that aspect of the movie in the interest of trying to make it a more heartwarming thing, and a less, and in that process they made it less serious, and they wanted people to forget that, and so
I don't think this is an Oscar movie at all now.
I think that it's so absurd that people are talking about it and things like The Martian and stuff as movies that should be nominated for Best Picture, because it's like I don't know, have people lost sight of what Best Picture really is? I mean, I'll tell you, the great thing about Room is Brie Larson. She's very good in it. Mm-hmm. But the performance is rather limited in the sense that it really hits a few notes. And she was much better a few years ago in Short Term 12, which I definitely.
But she had more to do. She had more to do, I think, in that movie. I think we all
absolutely.
agree.
I mean, she was absolutely the lead in this movie. She disappears halfway through, and after it gets out of the room, it really has no place to go. Really, I mean, I just didn't feel like it went anyplace. It just lays there. And
let me ask you a question. I want to ask a question about Phil Macy. He's he's non-existent. He's not. He's really.
He only has two scenes.
He's not given anything to do. There's no context. That's the problem I have with the movie.
And he's actually, in a way, he's actually cast as kind of the villain, because he's the one person that actually brings up the fact, well, I just can't look at the kid because I just, I know where the kid came from, and I don't feel an immediate love for the kid, and everybody's supposed to go, oh, what an asshole, or whatever. I'm like, well, geez, come on. Yes, it's not the kid's fault, but can we just at least address it? It's a difficult issue, but let's address it. and it will make the movie better, I think. But they didn't go there because they were too interested in I don't know what they were interested in this movie, because I really don't know what the movie is about other than telling this story. This it's an escape tale, I guess. And I mean, in the moments where there is escape, I'm not giving anything away, I don't think. I mean, you're certainly not expecting a movie just all entirely in that room. So there is escape, and it's exciting, but it's mechanically exciting. It's not it's not something that really comes from the gut. It's just it comes from knowing how to cut and stuff like that. So I'm mystified at the love that this movie is engendering.